friends. Make sure you're recording. Yes. I thought we would go ahead and get started today. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. It's almost 8 in the morning on the 27th of June. Welcome to the Great Craft Room Challenge. I think, like I said yesterday, we're probably going to go ahead and take some things out of the hall closet, and I'll bring them in here. I think for now I'm just going to set them here while I think about where a good spot will be for their jars, is what they are, with craft supplies in them. They're kind of decorative. If I can't find a spot on the counters to just set them, I might put them in the closet if I can clear off a spot. Excuse me. With all the we're into summer. It's pretty warm now. It's supposed to be like 108 tomorrow. So it's kind of a scorcher out there. So trying to start things early in the morning, get things done so that we're not using too much energy throughout the day. We do have air conditioning, but we try not to run too cool, and the lights and things. So let's get started and we will get this challenge done for today. We'll be back. Okay friends, that took about 5 minutes to empty out, and I'll share with you what I'm talking about. These two shelves had some things on it, as well as down here on the floor. The CDs will have to be another day, but they're not craft items, so I just took out what was craft items. And my husband can have that closet back. And then I'll show you in here. I didn't put it away yet. I thought I'd do that with you all. As you can see, this is paper and notebooks, so I'm hoping to find space down on my shelf over there, as well as if they're notebook related for my patterns. I'm going to go ahead and put those with the other patterns I'm going to sort through in my laundry room for now. And I also have a desk in there that or cupboards in there that hold office supplies, so I'm thinking that's where I'm going to put most of that. Let me set you down here. And then over here we have the jars that I had mentioned. Let me make sure you're in frame. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. Let's see if I can adjust you just a little. There we go. As you can see, the jars there on the desk, those are the ones I was mentioning that are kind of large. I'm going to look and see what's actually in them. Some of the things have like tassels for bags and things, so I don't know if I want to keep those in there. I might put those with my bag making supplies. And scrap yarn I might take out also. The pom-poms I'll leave. But yesterday I had an Amazon order that came because I want to make some things, and everybody's been saying when you're finishing your own things that walnut shells are the thing to have. So this $8.99, I think, on Amazon for a 5-pound bag, or 5.2 liters, I should say. The same bag was, it said small bag was like, I want to say 7 ounces, or maybe it's 17 ounces, for the same price. So I thought to myself, why would I get the same price and not get more? So I went ahead and went with the larger bag. But I'm thinking of using, or putting, hoping, because it really only goes to about there. Like I said, emptying maybe the medium-sized one out and putting these pellets that I have in the other, because that's also a filler. So having those two with the filler is probably my goal. So let me empty some of these out first. This box I mentioned before is my stamps. And since we had, I think it was 2 empty drawers over on the end, I might take the stamps out of there and put them in there. And then, I don't know if you can see it below me, is a wastebasket, but it's got vinyl page, what you call this stuff? It's transparent paper. So if there's room in the drawers here, in the bottom one that has some of the stabilizers and stuff, I might try to organize it into that. So since I am wired, maybe I will pause and do a few of these things and come back over here on the TV table until we get the 3D printer in here. Yes, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, I always forget to turn that off. Until we get the 3D printer in here, and then this TV over on the workbench. It probably won't change for now. I think I mentioned that before, but this is also notebook stuff, so that'll go in the laundry room. So let me clear a few of these things and put them where I mentioned, and we'll be back. Okay, friends, we've been at this, what, almost 50 minutes. It was like 10 to 8. Now it's 8:30. I did get them off here, but I'm not certain they're going to stay where I put them. I'll share that here in a second. I can probably do a little more arranging here and maybe figure out a better solution for my desk stuff. There's just a lot of stuff in here. So let me show you. I emptied the wastebasket as well. Let's see if I can get you off. Oops, sorry. Let's turn you around here. I did empty the zip pulls into my zipper pull bag. So, I mean the tassels. They went in there. But I'll take you over here to the drawer. I did only have one drawer empty. So it ended up being for the stamps, which worked out pretty good because I can see what kind of stamps I have if I need them with my stamp pads. And like the other day, I think I shared that we put those quilt books in here. So it still has space maybe for some notebook supplies that I can put in there. Once I get my patterns all organized, closing these drawers isn't the easiest. The bulky fabrics, it's a big roll, so I did end up putting it back behind my flosses. I can see it, so if I need burlap for anything, I have that big roll there. The only other things in here are just some empty containers that I can see if I need something to put something in. The other piece of kind of linen or burlap I put under here in my fabric section where I have miscellaneous, so I can see that it's in there if I need it. But the jars I did end up putting over here for now. Like I said, until we get the TV up here. It will be on a swing thing that comes out, but I don't know if these lids will be in the way. It's kind of stacked in there, but for now, that's kind of where I'm going to keep them. I emptied the paper tray. This will probably just end up in the laundry room once it gets cleaned out, because yesterday we did decorations for the 4th of July, and when that happens, it becomes a stash-all place for the other decorations till I get those put away. Other than that, the closet, I ended up putting the vinyl up top, and a few of them went down in this wastebasket. So we did empty the closet. We got it mostly put away. This has to be figured out now, since this used to be where the jars are. I might need to find a spot for these. What happens is I have so many of these corner containers, and I just don't have enough counter space for it all. And I don't want them up too high because then I can't reach them. If they're just decoration, I'm okay with them being up high, but these are things that I use and craft items, so I've just got to figure that out. Like I said, maybe figuring that desk area out a little better. But we're going to wait and save that for another day, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what I'm feeling like in the morning. I could feasibly take my records and put those in a drawer. Just things I got to really think about. Better space on the countertops kind of gets me thinking, okay, what could I move around that would be a better solution? So if you have any suggestions, list them below. Cleaning out my arm would really help, but I'm not sure I can do that right now. And that top shelf getting cleared off would be a game changer, I think, for even the jars, because I could still reach them, but I guess we'll just have to let that be a soon project. Maybe in July I can really just focus on how I'm using things and how they function in here. If there's things on the counters that I'm noticing I'm not using that can be stored up higher, or even my knick-knack shelf up there, I could feasibly put some jars up on that shelf. I just have too much stuff. So we're going to call today's challenge semi-complete. Let me see if I can do this without too much difficulty. And get back on camera, say goodbye. But that was today's challenge anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed. But we will be back tomorrow, and we will keep going. We got a couple more days of this. Bye-bye.